Now for the show that's truly too hot to handle. It's The Melting Pat, and it starts right now.
You're listening to The Melting Pat. Here's your host, Pat Johnson.
Well, thank you, Jerome. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the show, The Melting Pat, the Next Level Network. How are you? Are you well? You doing okay? It's going to sound different in here today. We've had some issues with some H2O, which we will talk about. So I had to move some things around, and the curtain that I used to kind of trap the sound in here, I have to open it because I have to be able to get to that wall and see it as it's raining. So you're gonna hear a little bit more reverb than you usually would. So I'm sorry about that, but everything else is fine, right? Maybe we'll talk about it. So today on the show, we will talk about all that goddamn rain and what it meant for me and what it may mean for me going forward with the show and with my workspace. I will talk about the stream we got to do on Monday. It was really fun. I loved it. We'll talk about the submarine because it's in the news and I have things to say. We got a thing from Doug, a random thing we miss. I asked about this a week or so ago, and I talked about it and asked you for some suggestions, some places, events, even modes of transportation or routes you took. And Doug submitted one, so we'll get to that at the end of the show. We'll also talk about Father's Day and go into the old stomping grounds twice last week. So we'll get to all of that today. Again, I hope you are well. It's a little cool down here, around here, and then also down here. That's how it works with weather and air. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are going great for you. If you made it out of school this week or last week, congratulations. Good for you. Onward and upward to whatever it is you're going to do, whether you graduated from something or other or you're just moving on to 6th or 7th or 8th grade or whatever. Good luck. Godspeed. Have fun this summer and do the reading. I know. Oh, nerd. I know. Trust me. Do the reading. I didn't, and I wish I had, because there were a lot of really cool books on my reading list that now I don't know, and it's going to help you when you get on Jeopardy or something. I got The Man in the Iron Mask. Didn't realize it was about 480 pages, and I read about half, and I enjoyed what I read, and I wish I had time to read the rest. All right, now at this point, I'd have to go back and read the whole thing, which I definitely do not have time to do, but I wish that I did, and I wish I had done it then when I had the time. But enjoy yourself. I'm not saying, hole up in your room and not hang out with people or do things, but do the reading. It's like 3 books, probably, right? Is that even still a thing, by the way? Summer reading. Let me know. Kids who are in school, or kids shouldn't be listening to the show, or you can, or parents who have, kids, school-age children, because my kid's not. Is summer reading still a thing? I don't know how much things have changed. 1, since I've been in school, and 2, because COVID, right? I don't know how many things have been updated or are now outdated. So let me know real quick. Just if summer reading is still a thing. Tell you what, somebody send me if you have a current summer reading list. I know people are banning books, I guess. If you have a current summer reading list that you're willing to share with me, you don't have to post it publicly if you don't want to. You can send it, tmpfanmail@gmail.com. Send it over to me. I want to see what a current summer reading list looks like, because I'm just interested, because I haven't really had one in 20 some years. So yeah, I want to know. Does summer reading still happen? Is it still an assignment given? And if you are comfortable sharing, if you're allowed to share, I want to see one. I want to see what a current summer reading list looks like. So yes, enjoy your summer, kids, but also just do the reading. You're probably going to enjoy the book, and you'll know things that, sometimes you'll have to know things from said books. But I think I'm not trying to be like, oh, you got to do your work, man. I mean, you should, but also you might just enjoy the book. And reading a book, getting to immerse yourself and enjoy a book is for me, one of the great pleasures that you can have. And I didn't think we were going to wax poetic about this, pun intended, I suppose. But I love reading. I love books. It's great. And I wish I had time to read more. Last thing I read was either Alex Trebek's memoir or Colin Jost's memoir. That's the last thing I had time to read. They're both fantastic, by the way. Highly recommend. But yeah, send me a summer reading list if you can. If you have one available and you can send it to me, I want to see what's on there. And yeah, like I said, kids, congratulations. Good luck. Have fun. Enjoy your summer. But also do the reading. If not for assignment, you're probably just going to enjoy the book. So there you go. That's my little PSA at the top of the show. All right. Did not think we were going to have a little thing before the song. But we do. Now we got another timestamp before the song. Now it's going to say, Pat rambles on summer reading and then plays music from Not My Weekend. And that's what we're doing now. We're playing a song, a new song from our old friends, Not My Weekend. And this song is featuring Kellen Quinn. Kellen Quinn is from Sleeping with Sirens, by the way. And, hey, if anybody knows, I reached out to them a couple years ago because I saw them live and saw it. And they was like, hey, you're great. Can I play your stuff on the show? And I never heard back. So I don't want to embarrass myself again by reaching out. So if somebody knows how to get in touch, or can somebody connect me with the people at Sleeping with Sirens so I can play their stuff too, that would be great. That's a little tangent that I included because, well, Kellen Quinn features on this song. And it's a wonderful song. I love it. This band is really fun. Should we have them on? I don't have time right now. But when we do have time, should we have Not My Weekend on the show? Somebody let me know. If you want that to happen, or if Not My Weekend listens to the show, I would like to hear from someone. I don't know. Does anybody want to come on this show? I have no idea. We'll try to work it out. And again, I got to find some time. But we're going to play their we're going to play their song. Link to get all their stuff. It's like a link tree type thing, or a fan link, whatever it's called. It'll be that'll be in the show notes. Don't worry. You'll be able to find all their stuff. This song is new from our friends, Not My Weekend. It is, again, featuring Kellen Quinn. It is Knock Me Out. It's the Melty Pat. We're coming right back.
Down on my back again, do you feel it too? I'm waking up with scars on my chest, but you're just dancing around the room, so dangerous and beautiful. I know that you'd be bad for me, but I'm back and standing on my feet, yeah. Stars are circling my head again. Caught in the corner with you, you make it hard to move. You're drowning me with your body, I think I want you to. Your fist, my chest, skin on skin, anything you want, I wanna do. So just keep knocking me out, I'll keep waking up to you. Out of my body but stuck in my head. Why am I getting back up again? I got clouds in my vision. Really should've listened when they said I was pushing my luck. Now you're dancing on the room, so dangerous and beautiful. I know that you'd be bad for me, but I'm back and standing on my feet. Caught in the corner with you, you make it hard to move. You're drowning me with your body, I think I want you to. Your face, my chest, skin on skin, anything you want, I wanna do. So just keep knocking me out, I'll keep waking up to you. You know that I'm down for whatever. All you gotta do is call and I'll be there. I'll be there. And you won't find anybody better. All you gotta do is call and I'll be there. I'll be there. Look what you do to me. Put up these walls and you still get through to me. And I'm into you. Are you into me? 'Cause it's the only thing that still makes sense to me. Caught in the corner with you, you make it hard to move. You're drowning me with your body, I think I want you to. Your fist, my chest, skin on skin, anything you want, I wanna do. So just keep knocking
And there you have it, our friends. Not My Weekend, featuring Kellen Quinn. The song is Knock Me Out. It's written with periods in there, so I guess I got to pause when I did it, which I didn't do the first time. My bad. It's the Melting Pat, the Next Level Network. I don't know. I'd like to rate, like when I, who did I have on? No Shade. No Shade! Because his thing was in all caps, and I figured I have to yell it. So I would think that they would want me to read it that way. Right? I don't know. I hope so. All right, sorry. Had to check a work thing. But we're back. We are back. Not my weekend. It's not my weekend. It's Thursday. Sorry. That was, I know.
Boo this man!
Yeah, we deserved the boo. We deserved it. We deserved to get booed. Anyway, the link for all the things Not My Weekend will be in the show notes at the Melting, well, in your thing and at the website. So go get it and go get Knock Me Out. And tell them I sent you. Say, hey, my buddy Pat on the internet said I should check out your stuff, and I did, and it's great, and I love it. So there we go. They go, oh, yeah, that guy. That's the guy who makes all the noises with his face, right? That guy. Yep, that's me. I'm the guy who does all the things with his face. Oh, they're going to make me delete this. They're going to come in, they're going to hear that, and they're going to say, I don't like this. This is not good. So stop it. Stop doing that, and then never play our music again. Not my weekend. Don't tell them about that part. Just don't tell them you heard about them from me, but then don't tell them that I did that, because I don't think they're going to like that. All right, anyway, there we go. That's the song and the summer reading, which I didn't expect to go into there, the first part of the show, but I did. We did it, and I thought it was good. Thought it worked out. So, Father's Day, baseball. We went to our old stomping grounds. These are two separate things. Phil, good friend of me in the show, he's been on the show. His kid was playing baseball. He said, hey, it's their last game of the year. Can't hold anything back now. No. So let's pack out the stands and let's have his little cheering section. So we're like, yeah, that sounds great. We're mobile now. Well, she is. My smoking hot wife is with the car. And so I was, yeah, now we can actually do that. So we're going to go. We went and watched the kid play baseball, got to hang out. I don't get to see Phil that much anymore. So that was great. And the kid had fun. There's a playground over at the baseball field now, which was not there when I was a kid. So he had fun with that. He liked just hanging out, looking around, all the stuff, watching kids throw balls back and forth outside. It was really fun. He enjoyed it. And again, yeah, got to hang out with one of my, actually, is he my oldest friend? Is he my longest tenured friend? He might be. Kindergarten, right? Phil, if you listen, I don't know if he listens, but, oh, he's your friend? He doesn't listen? Yeah, I don't care I don't care who listens or doesn't. It's no problem for me. So we got to hang out with them on Saturday. And then Sunday, for Father's Day, we went to a loyal listener, Jen's place. And I'm not saying her husband's name on purpose, so I don't have to censor it. So we went over there. They barbecued. We hung out. And their kid is 11? Crap. I just had this conversation with him, and let me think. Yeah, 11. Okay, yes, because he was a baby at our wedding. Okay. And so talking to him about, one of my favorite questions to ask kids in school, like when they're done, is what's your favorite thing that you learned? And not like, oh man, you excited for da-da-da, or like, oh, like, what'd you do? Like, it's a specific question, and he sat and thought about it and gave an answer, and I was, yes, that's what I want, like, an actual answer, because people are like, oh, kids don't tell me anything. It's because you're not asking a pointed question. If you're just like, oh man, how's school? Like, oh yeah, it's fine, and then that's the end of the conversation, right? Like, oh, how'd this go? Oh, it went fine. It was fine, and then that's it. Like, you have to ask a pointed question. That's why I'm like, hey, what's the coolest thing you learned? And he talked about cells or something, something that I had not thought about in many years, mitosis and whatnot. Something I probably didn't do well in when I was in school. How about that? And then I got to eat ice cream out of a helmet because they had ice cream in these little cones. And when I say little cones, I mean mini, like super mini cones. And then Jill goes inside and gets herself a little ice cream on a cone and then comes out with a full-size batting helmet with ice cream and a cone in it for me, which was great. One of my favorite things, if you don't know, is eating ice cream out of a batting helmet. Like when you go to a baseball game, you get the soft serve in the little helmet, right? Which is great. Like one of the greatest treats that exists is ice cream, soft serve ice cream. First of all, soft serve ice cream in general. But eating it out of a batting helmet, I know it costs like $12 or whatever, but it's worth it because it's delicious. I love it. And I love that my wife did that for me. So yeah, we had a good time. Weekend was a good time. The baseball and the seeing all the characters on the way, because 95 is still out, although they say it's going to be open this weekend, which somebody said on, I forget where I read this, but they were praising the governor, Josh Shapiro, or is it Shapiro? Crap, I don't know. Anyway, the new governor in Pennsylvania, how he has stepped up and really made this possible, made this happen, this repair work. Because usually I made a joke last week that this was going to take like 8 years. And like the full thing might take a while, but they have constructed a temporary fix, I suppose. However they did that. There's actually been a live stream of it, which is hysterical and also actually pretty cool. Like accountability is important. And somebody brought up that progress is a policy choice, which I think is a great way to put it, because think about how many things go wrong and need fixing. And a lot of the efforts to get them resolved is blocked by legislators, right? Blocked on the, the House floor, the Senate floor, wherever those things take place, whether it's federal or at the state level, wherever those things happen. Someone will always be in the way and want to stop you from doing that for whatever the reason might be. Money, or they didn't vote for me, or whatever it is. I'm not going to go down too far here, but I just think the idea that progress is a policy choice is really important, because it is. Like, that's just what it is, right? Because that I was hoping for something more profound to come out of my mouth, but it didn't. But no, like the idea, progress is a policy choice. Progress is a policy choice, because these people who are in charge of making these decisions have to decide to get things fixed and not stonewall it like what happens so often with all of these programs. And the student loan will be in the newsletter at the end of the month. So look out for that. I'm not going to include that in the show because that would be a long pet peeve. And I just think that putting it in that, looking at it through that lens is really important, because that's the God's honest truth, is that it's not like all these things could be fixed, but like there's the resources are there. And again, I've said this many times. Don't let anyone tell you that the government does not have money to fix these things. They do. They just choose to stonewall and spend money on other things instead. And I don't, nope, we're going to stop there. What I will say is that it's incredible to have this collapse happen 10 days ago, not even. And the fact that the road will be open to drivers again already, when so many other smaller projects take way longer to complete and way longer to get things resolved. And the fact that this is open already, or will be probably by the time you hear this, is nothing short of miraculous. Because again, it's just, and this is related because we're going to wind it back, don't worry. But progress is a policy choice. And I think that, it sounds like a dumb slogan you put on a sticker somewhere that you want people to go vote for you or whatever. But when you really think about it, how many times have things gone wrong and can be fixed, or how many problems can be eliminated with legislation or with some, tangible action? And they're stopped because someone on the other side, someone who wears a blue tie or a red tie or whatever color tie, has decided, no, we're not going to do this because this. So how many times has progress been stopped because someone who disagrees with either the person or the policy or a little part of the policy has decided it shouldn't go through? Progress is a policy choice. Again, it sounds cheesy, but it makes, when you think about it for more than 12 seconds, it makes so much goddamn sense. The reason I bring that up, I did not mean to go on a whole political thing. If we disagree, that's fine. If you think I'm an idiot for this, that's fine. If you don't listen, I don't care. But the reason I did that is because now we have to take a different route, again, through our old neighborhood and all the characters that come along with that, and all the fun people who just walk out in the middle of the street, or people are making weird hand gestures, and there are these weird statues I talked about, and just, going back through the old neighborhood. It's been interesting. It was interesting the last couple of days. So there we go. The point is, I got to eat ice cream out of a helmet. I think that's the point of this. And I got to see Phil. There we go. Is that, I didn't mean to go down that whole thing with 95, but we did it. We did it anyway. Okay. Oh my God. What happened? Pat, what happened to this show? This is supposed to be fun. I thought it was. You come here to learn and laugh at how dumb I am, but also, sometimes I got to get real. Okay? Is that all right? All right. Let's take a break. We'll talk a couple more things, and then we're going to, all right. I don't know. We're going to take a break. I'm thirsty, and I just got a ping in my ear for a work thing, so I will be right back. Okay, there we go. All right, I got to figure out where to start the next track, but we're good. We are back. You probably heard a sound or nothing. You just didn't hear anything, just skipped right ahead to whatever this is. So I want to talk about what happened with the weather and how it relates to me possibly moving out of this room, which I would not like to do. Ideally, I don't want to have to do this, but I may be left with no other option. I don't know. So let me know. If you think this is a good idea, here's the situation. Since we moved in, so again, I'm in what is a converted garage. And I've said this before, but in case you're new or you forgot, the far wall used to be a garage door. So there's a door to go out, like a regular door to go out that they put in. But it used to be the garage. So the whole back wall, the far wall, was a garage door. And for whatever reason, before we moved in, probably long before we moved in, they took out the garage door, added the wall, and a regular door. And what happens is every time it rains, there's water underneath the basement door frame thing, and under the wall. Because whoever did this wall, however many years ago, they didn't do it right. Because if they had done it properly, they would have sealed it and it wouldn't be a problem. So, there's also a huge dark spot right behind where the drain is outside, which tells me that that water has not only been getting into this room for many years, but has been collecting for many years. Meaning when it rains, when it has rained, the people who lived here didn't come down here or didn't pay attention to it and just let the water collect and build up right there in that spot. Okay. The other day it rained a lot, and it has previously dripped from the ceiling at the top of the wall here. So again, whoever put this wall in did not do it right, and if you're listening, all right, there we go. No, really though, I'm mad about this because it shouldn't be a problem. You do your work properly, so you don't have to keep coming back. So I don't have to keep dealing with this nonsense. So water gets under. So the other day it rained a lot. I mean, a lot, like a couple inches of water outside, right? And it collected at the drain. Of course, it was like super flooded back there. It was bad. It was really bad. So obviously, water gets under the door frame, and under the wall. And I'm looking, and it's a lot, like more water than I've ever seen here. And it's rained pretty hard since we've moved here, but this is more water than I've ever seen here at one time. So it comes back, and there's nothing of mine in this room is within 3 feet of that wall. Everything is at least 3 feet back from that wall. So I go and I see the water coming, and it's the middle of the day, so I'm working. I'm like, I was on the phone with my boss. I said, I have to go. I hear a leak. So I go, and I get a bunch of towels, and they're all along the wall because the water had come back 2 feet into this room, which is as far as it has ever been in this room. And I look up, and I hear it, and then I see it. It's dripping from the ceiling again. So I sent pictures to my landlord. I said, hey, this is a situation. There's water in here. What are we going to do? This is ridiculous. It's going to rain again soon. I need this fixed sooner than later. Okay. So next day, here comes the guy, our handyman, the guy who built the fences. Good dude. I don't know. I had another thought, but it's gone. He's a good guy. So he came over and he sealed the outside again because he actually redid the concrete out there. Maybe the first or second time I had this problem, he came back and he redid the concrete in where the drain is. So that's new within the last 2 years. 4 years, I guess. And so he comes back and he seals because he's like, oh, we got a hole here near the wall at the other end. And so he comes back, he seals all that up. He does whatever it is. I don't know what he did. And then he's like, all right, I'll be back because he had to fix some things with the fence. And he's like, I'll put a little thing up top, a little like drainage pipe thing. I don't know what things are called. But he's like, I'll put that up top. So the next day comes back with a buddy. Now he said, so he came at night and he said, all right, I'll be back tomorrow to do this other thing. And I've heard him say this before, and then I don't see him for a while because he gets caught up doing other stuff. But lo and behold, next day, here he comes. So he comes back with a buddy, and he fixes it. They fix up the fence. They put up the drain pipe thing. So hopefully it will have worked, and we will not have any more problems. But if it does not solve the issue, if it does not, like if what he has done does not solve the issue of a bunch of water getting into my garage, getting into my office, my studio, no, I will not call it that thing, Jill and Doug. It's a joke, literally for two of you. And only one of you might listen. So if it doesn't work, we have talked about moving me. There have been internal discussions of moving me out of this room. And well, my first thought was, what if I just move everything, back toward the main door or back toward the interior door, like 6 or 7 inches, and I might be fine. But then, I don't know, I'm still stressed out about it and kind of whatever. So that's a possibility. But then, I don't know. I don't think that would actually work as well as I hope it would. So the other point of discussion is that I would move completely out of this room into the main room of the basement. So we would have to clean up the basement, which is something we've wanted to do for a long time. So FYI, or by the by, whatever. If anybody is free on a weekend, either the next 2 weekends or so, or in the fall, and can come hang, because we'll wait till after the kid comes and she recovers. If you're free for a couple hours on a Saturday or a Sunday to sit with the boy and let us organize the basement, we need to do that anyway. So somebody let me know, okay? Great. So we've talked about that, where like I would have to move everything in this room, or not everything, but like my desk, both my computers, and a couple other things, I guess, and the panels, the big cubicle wall panels that I have. I'd have to move those, which would be just an entire project I don't want to do. And then everything else that's in this room would just be moved. I have to move the rug, I guess, too. And then everything else would be just moved up to the front of the room. And the back, I don't know, half or 3/4 of the room would be empty, so that when it rains and water comes in, there's no real danger of any of our stuff getting damaged. And it's just, we have to go dry that. So that's the idea. And let me know if you think this is a good idea or a bad idea. I want to know. It's a whole project. It would change the sound of the show. It would change everything about what I'm doing. I don't really want to do this, but if this is a good solution, because I can think of no other real solution to this problem other than call someone else and have them seal the wall properly again for like a 3rd or 4th time since we've been here. And I don't want to do that because that's A, would probably cost me some money, and B, no, I just have the landlord reimburse me or whatever. And B, insulting to the guy who's been here a couple times trying to fix it before, right? And I don't want to do that because we've built a rapport over the last couple of years, and I would rather not kind of insult him if he finds that out. So I don't know. It's like a whole huge project that we would have to do, and I would rather not do it if I don't have to. So if you think this is a good or bad idea, moving me, like my whole desk, my whole setup for work and the podcast, outside of this room and into the main part of the basement, which again, we have to clean anyway. So that's not this isn't like, we're not just going to leave the basement if I don't move out of here. We're still going to clean it. Which again, if you're free the next couple weekends, let me know. Come sit with the kids so we could do it. I don't want it to come to this. I don't want to have to do this. But if I do, I need to know if this is going to be worth it. If this is going to be a good idea, or if you have another solution. If you have any other solutions, let me know to this problem. To me being stressed the hell out whenever it rains and we get water in this room. I would like to know what my solutions would be other than bugging my landlord again, because I don't want to have to do that. Because I don't know. I feel like I'm bugging, and like it's not. Or okay, if the solution is to bug my landlord again, I need a very specific solution to suggest, because I can't just say, again, there's water in the basement, we need it sealed. I need a very specific, like, this is what needs to be done to fix it. Otherwise, she's just going to say, oh, okay, we'll send the guy back and he'll do the thing, and hopefully that'll work. So if you know anything about sealing basements and stuff, let me know and propose to me a very specific solution so I can pass it along. But do you think moving me out of this room, forget about the sound of the show. We'll fix that. We'll figure that out another time. But like the action of moving all of this stuff out of this room into the main part of the basement, do you think that is a good plan overall for me living and working in this space? Let me know. Okay. Oh, gosh. That was a lot. Well, a lot's going on. A lot's happening. But luckily for you, you get a break. I mean, no time will pass for you. It'll be like 40 minutes now for me because I'm going to go have lunch. But when we come back, we're going to talk about the Tony Hawk stream that we got to do. We'll get to the submarine, and then we'll get to Doug's thing he misses, and then that'll be that. But for now, well, again, for you, no time will pass. But for me, I'm going to go have lunch. What it is, I don't know. Maybe I'll tell you when I get back. Until then, here's a sound. Sit tight. Okay, so we made an executive decision. Well, two of them. Number one, I got up and I closed the curtain because I don't know if it's going to make a huge difference, but I was tired of looking at that part of the wall. And, and the second thing, program-wise today, I decided to shift my thoughts on the submarine or submersible. Is that the word? That's going to be the newsletter as well, coming out on June 30th. So that will not be part of the show today because, I don't know, I got kind of serious earlier and I'd rather not do that twice unless something, I don't know. I didn't want to make it part of the show. Okay, so sign up to read that at themeltingpat.com to go right to your inbox, and it's also posted at the website the day it comes out. So whatever you want to do there is fine with me. All right, elsewhere with the show, no other changes to the content of the show, so we're good. So I got to stream the other day. I had been trying to do this since my birthday. Well, I had the plan because Jill said, hey, what do you want to do on your birthday? And I said, I'd like to stream again because I haven't done it in a while. And she said, great, we'll do that. And then we ended up going somewhere, and I was just too tired when I got back, and Doug was streaming when I got back. So the reason is that I didn't do it at the same time as Doug, by the way, my buddy Doug Coleman, who was going to come up in the last story today because he submitted it. So the reason that I blame Doug is because not only that I would want to watch his stream because we're friends and that's what we do, but also he and I pretty much have the same audience in a way. Like all the people who are going to watch me would also be already watching Doug. And so they're not going to go from Doug to me. That just wouldn't make sense. So we pushed it we tried to do it Father's Day. And then again, we were out later than we thought, or maybe later than I thought we'd be. Let's say that. And then I was like, all right, let's do it Monday. I'm off. And because the whole thing about me streaming again is doing it on a day when Jill doesn't have to get up with the kid and handle him all day. And then I come up for like an hour or so for dinner and then come back down here for an hour or two. So I don't want to do that. So on weekends, what happens is, and days off, is I get up with the boy, we hang out, let mom sleep in, and then, we go about our day otherwise. So Monday I was off. So I'm like, yes, let's do this. Let's get on the stream. Let's have some fun. And I was on camera, which I don't usually do, but it was actually really fun to do that also. And I made some adjustments now. And so the next one should be a little better, a little more polished. I don't know, maybe not, but it was really fun. And I was playing Tony Hawk because the idea was we're going to get through Tony Hawk 1 and 2, the remaster, which is great. I made a new skater, and the idea was we're going to get through it without using any mods. And so we did it. We got the first one done. And also, we had a kid in chat, and I do mean kid because he said he was 15, which was really, it blew my mind because I was 20 when he was born. So somebody was talking about bocce ball. Oh, I know what it was, because Doug's wife crochets. I mentioned that, or did I? Peach City Stitches, right? Is that what it's called? Hold on 1 second. I got to look this up. I don't want to get it wrong. Okay, I got it right. Peach City Stitches. Lauren crochets things, and she went to some craft shows, and she put up, a picture of her table, and Jill and I looked at it and said, oh, Jill's like, oh, that avocado's nice. And I'm like, oh, that's a soft pretzel. That looks awesome. And so I reached out to Lauren. I said, hey, can you ship these to us? Because all the places she was going was like an hour and a half away from us. And we thought about it and didn't want to chance it with the kid. And so, yeah, so she sent it to us. So we got a little pretzel. Jill has an avocado, and I have a little soft pretzel. Crocheted Peach City Stitches on Instagram. Go check that out. The link to her stuff will be in the show notes as well. And so anyway, we were talking about that. How did we get to bocce ball? I don't remember how we got to bocce ball, but somebody mentioned it in chat, and so I brought up a video of how to play bocce ball, and it was this old Italian guy explaining how to play bocce ball, which was great. And then Doug was talking about his wife's crocheting, and he kept typing croquet, and so I'm like, well, let's look up how to play croquet. And so that was the end of the stream, was the videos for learning how to play bocce ball and croquet, and it was really fun. And then, the Tony Hawk was great. I'm really bad. It was fun as hell, but I am not great at that game. But I think everybody had fun. And then, so we'll finish it out Sunday night. And then I downloaded a demo of a maybe croquet game. So we'll take a look at that, I guess, and maybe do some words on stream as well. So if you're interested in any of that, come on by Sunday evening, probably 6 or 6:30 Eastern time, that is. And come hang out. We'll have fun. It was really great. Because I missed it. I've missed being able to be live and actually chat with people and get live feedback, which I haven't had in a while. So it was a good time. My thanks to my smoking hot wife for letting me handle that business, because it was a really good time. So we'll be back at it on Sunday with Tony Hawk 2, and then we'll see where we go from there. Are we back streaming? We back? Maybe. I hope so. I hope to do it weekly. I would like to do that. I would like to get back to regularly streaming, even if it's just once a week for an hour or two. I would like to do that. So if you have suggestions for what you'd like me to play, or you want to do just chatting, we can do that too. That would be fine. Just let me know. Let me know what's what, and I will do my best to accommodate. If you got a game that you'd like me to play, if there's something we can play together, that might be fun. Let me know. Okay? All right. Great. Yes, we're back. Maybe, hopefully, with the streaming. Although, oh man, once the kid comes, I'm going to take another little hiatus until she recovers. So maybe for the month of August, we won't do it. But I think for July, we should be good. So I'm thinking, because, the kid is due, the surrogate baby is due on August 5th. And so I figure, it's going to be some tough sledding for at least a month or so, just to figure out. But the upside is that she doesn't have to do all that recovery, because that sucks. Like, the recovery after that is bad after birth. So the upside is she won't have to do all that recovering while also taking care of a newborn, because the kid is not ours. And so but still, I think we'll take the month of August off with in regards to streaming, and then we'll be back in the fall. I hope that works. I don't know, man. My life is so wild. Things happen so quickly around here, or like things just come up and like, oh, you want to do that? Yeah, I do. I do want to do that. Now we have the car, or she has the car rather. Now that we're mobile as a household, how's that? We can actually do things. And so now it's like, hey, do you want to go do this thing that 2 months ago we wouldn't have been able to go to? And it's like, yes, let's go hang out with our friends. And so, so that cuts into, so all of that will obviously take, like work and family stuff will obviously take priority over being able to stream. But I think we're going to be back in a semi-regularly scheduled thing. I think we're gonna give that a try, and we're gonna hope it works out, because it was a hell of a lot of fun. So come on, hang out, twitch.tv/themeltingpat. Hang out with me and everybody else, and we'll have a lot of fun. Okay? All right. Great. Okay, so I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, I guess, or was it last week? I don't know when I say these things. But I said, things that we miss, because I mentioned walking to the movie theater from the bus depot and how I missed that, like traversing that way. Just like somehow it unlocked some good memories for me. I don't know why. So I mentioned, hey, I missed that. What are random things, places, or things you went to that you miss? And Doug chimed in. Thank you, my friend. He misses a place called The Dairy. Says there was a place called The Dairy that shut down recently in my hometown. It attracted lots of people for the homemade ice cream. Oh, it sounds awesome. And the petting zoo, where they had like monkeys, alpacas, llamas, pigs, goats, deer, turkeys, and peacocks. Sad it's gone, as it was fun getting ice cream and feeding the animals. Queens and I went every year for the hay rides during the fall. Oh, man. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. Homemade ice cream. Ice cream is great. I love ice cream. I love it. It's one of my favorite things. Like I said, soft serve ice cream, one of man's greatest creations. I love it. I absolutely love it. And homemade, oh, man. Now I don't even like hay rides, but now I'm sad that place is gone. Because, like, petting zoo, great for the kids. Like, I'm sure Arthur would love the hell out of that, a place like that. And ice cream, awesome. Hay rides, Jill loves hay rides. So there would literally be, at a place like this, something for all three of us. Damn it, now I'm sad it's gone. Is there any place like that? Because Jill loves hay rides and stuff. And by the time fall comes around, she will be recovered and ready to go. So if you have any place like that that's within, 50 miles of us, maybe that's even too far. How about like 25 miles? Yeah, within like 25 miles of Philadelphia. Let me know. And for the fall, we'll try to go because she loves all that stuff. So now that we can actually go do it, I think it would be fun. So let me know. Any place like the Dairy. And if we find one, Doug, I will let you know. You and the missus can come on down and hang out with us, and we can have a good time there. I say that because I know Doug listens to the show. But yeah, I think that's awesome. That's cool, man. I'm bummed for you that place is gone because it sounds like you had a lot of great memories at that place. And so even though I wouldn't be all in on it, I would certainly not be opposed to taking a trip to a place like that. So let me know. Homemade ice cream, maybe a petting zoo, maybe not, and hay rides because the missus loves hay rides. I have no affinity for them. I don't. I went on some as a kid and it didn't do anything for me. So we'll leave that to the professionals, and I'll have more ice cream and pet more llamas or something. So let me know, and we can all hang out and get some fresh ice cream and apples and cider and things. All right, that sound good? Great, wonderful stuff. We are good. We're good to go. Thank you, Doug, and anyone else. If there is a place or an event, or even like the road you went to get somewhere, if you can't do that anymore, something that you missed, something that brings up some good memories for you, let me know and I will share it on the show. TheMeltingPat.com is how you get in touch with me. Like I said, the best way to contact me is by that form because I get notified twice. All right? So there we go. We did it. We made it. We're all good to go. My thanks to Not My Weekend for the song. The link to all their things will be in the show notes. My thanks to Doug for the suggestion for answering a question that I've asked on the show. Thank you for that. Someone is paying attention, and I appreciate that. And that's a banger answer from, I would guess, a top 3 fan, right? Yes, perfect. All right. Thanks to my lovely wife for all the things that she does, but specifically for letting me stream the other day, for taking us up to the baseball game and the Father's Day stuff and all that, and for being a goddamn superhero, right? Yes. All right, there we go. I don't know. I stopped short of gushing, even though I probably could, but I love my smoking hot wife and my little family, and it's great. I love all of you as well. Not in the same way. That's weird, but but I do love you all, and I thank you for being here, and that is it for the show. Again, themeltingpat.com for all of my stuff. There's a network tab. Find out about all of the shows around here, and let them know I sent you, and they'll go, that guy? What a hack. There you go. That's it. That's how we do it. This has been an 8 Boiling production. So until next time, my friends, have fun. Be safe. Thank a veteran. Wear your mask, wash your hands, get vaccinated and boosted when you can. And of course, don't do anything I wouldn't do. G-Love and Special Sauce with cold beverage. They're going to play us out as they always do. Philadelphonic.com for more from them. And that is all, my friends. Thank you very much. You've been inside the Melting Pat on the Next Level Network. Go crap open a cold one.